What's up, everybody? This is Jonathan with Xpedition headquarters. I'm in the showroom. I had realized I was editing our which video you're watching now, our Red River trip of 2023, and with a group we had Amy, Kyler, James, Caleb, Cory, my wife, our baby, and Marcos with us from Flatland Adventure Off-Road. If you guys are in West Texas, or if you just want to join anyways, we have a Facebook page that's called Flatland Off-Road, a West Texas off-road crew. And that's kind of where north to south part of West Texas, even El Paso, you know, we've got members joining from everywhere. But anyhow, I'm filming this video now because I realized I didn't have an intro to that video. I had some malfunctioning. That was the first time I've ever run some of this, you know, GoPro that I'm using now, and then a camera which was on a gimbal and everything, and DJI mics, and was trying the whole nine. And I guess we just got to filming other stuff and never thought about it, and then I never made an intro to the video. So this is it. This weekend we had gone to Red River on a Thursday, came back a Sunday. It was actually my birthday, October 19th, so that was why we took off. And yeah, we just cruised around. The first night I got there, I'm not gonna have any footage of that. We got in late, you know, ditch lights running, fog lights running, everything, looking for deer. So I didn't even think about getting the GoPros going or cameras going, and then plus I had my wife, baby, and my father in the car, and so we were just very anxious to get there and get to bed, to be honest, because we still had to climb the mountain on an off-road trail and everything. And so we had gotten there, slept, woke up to a beautiful view, and then this video is going to just take off from there for some trailing. Trailing on the main roads. We went down into Red River to we wanted to regroup, see the town. I've never seen it. Wanted to do that, spend some time at the park and stuff, and then from there we took off to Greeny Peak and started our trailing and into camp night number 2. And so anyhow, this is that intro. Thank y'all for watching, and if y'all are ever through Lubbock, Texas, y'all can come see us here. This is Xpedition headquarters. We are located in the south part of Lubbock on Indiana Street. We have all your goodies in stock, working on our website, and so that way we can start shipping from here and everything. But if there's anything you need, just give us a holler. I'll put our number on the screen, hopefully up here. So anyhow, just feel free to holler anytime, and thank y'all for watching. Right. We are parked out here, Red River, New Mexico. Just got back from camping. We're gonna touch town. Who doesn't have their fishing license yet?
You?
You're right. Caleb, do you have yours already?
Yep. I assume you're the only slacker here.
Here we've got Megan actually cooking. Let's get a full shot.
Can we go?
Yep, she's doing something more than breathing. We're excelling in life.
Doing great.
I wasn't recording down there when I first took your video. I messed up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I was genius. What do you make? Sandwich? Nice.
Little sliders.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because mine would break if I said it.
We got the rigs here. Catching a in-between break. Tell you what, I'm loving my new trash bag.
Looks good, dude.
That 2301 I had, I couldn't even get in here, do nothing. And then the iCamper has a zipper down here on the bottom that will just let me drop the trash. Go see my little girl. Hi, baby. What you doing? Huh? Eating? Come on, baby Faye. Come on. All right, guys. So we're up here, top of Greeny Peak. The elevation is what? 11,500. 11,500. I think it's what the Garmin said. The watches never seem to be as correct. We're sitting here at 11,138, but the Garmin on the dash says 11,500. And so here we have our lovely drone flyer, Cory Graham. Can you get a zoom in, please? Senor, favorite part of your climb?
Car in good. Car in real good.
Favorite part of your climb?
Running up the hills to get the video.
Yep.
So fun.
Yep. Marco's here as being the expert for us, capturing all. Favorite part of the climb? The dust. The dust. He is from Arizona. He is a desert right. Sir, favorite part of the climb?
Climb? I would say actually giving Megan the first chance to off-road.
Megan, first chance off-roading. How was it?
Going great.
Going great.
Doing
What were you driving here?
The taco.
And which one is that? Can you point it out for us, please? All right. All right. You sound very enthusiastic.
I am very, very enthused.
Cool. Can you tell everybody what you made for lunch today?
What did I make? I didn't make anything.
You made bratwurst.
Oh yeah, no.
All right. Baby Faye, how was it, ma'am? Can you give us some words of wisdom here? Good talk. Good talk. All right. Now we're going to start with the descent.
Yes, sir.
The campsite.
We'll see you all at camp. where did we just come down from?
Greeny Peak.
Greeny Peak. And about how far down you think we came?
Don't film me.
Yeah, you have to. Talk to me in the mic. About how far down did we come?
I feel like it's tickling my mustache, dude. I feel like my mustache needs to be on the mic.
Your mustache tickles this. Yeah, I did. How far from Greeny Peak?
I don't know. What do you think? Mile and a half?
Mile and a half? 2 miles? 15, 20 minutes, you think? So, a little bit of gear intel. We need to charge up the GoPros, charge up the camera that's being recorded on, the gimbal, all that good stuff. So we're just gonna build ourselves a little charging station here with the lovely tailgater table, which actually you can receive right here.
You have a lighter by chance?
Dad, quiet on set. Just kidding. All right, so my recent endeavor. I guess let's see if this leg will reach. I don't know. I haven't. As you can tell, we have to level out the rooftop tent, so I have the tire on chocks, which normally, if I was smart and remembered, I would have brought the Go Treads, being the fact that we sell them, and I would use those to chalk up with, but I just kind of used what we had available to get this rooftop tent even for my brother-in-law right there. And so now for the recharge, my recent endeavor of my recent purchase. It hurts the bank quite a bit, but EcoFlow has, this is Dexter. Full review, sir, words of wisdom. Thank you. Speak, 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 speak. We'll catch that on set later. Anyways, most recent endeavor of purchase. The EcoFlow Delta 2. It has been phenomenal. It charges as we drive. And now we're just going to give you all real world stuff. Look at this. This is an absolute mess. I have not finished the setup on this 4Runner. So we're charging here and we have the fridge plugged in to that 110 as we drive. And then when we get to camp, we unplug and we plug into the Delta 2. So now, what I need to do to get all our cameras and media gear back alive from the trail run, I need to set this up and get everything going. And there's kind of no better space than right here on the tailgater table, where if I would set it up correctly, I wouldn't have a problem. And that baby is sturdy and on there and ready for charging. But we'll get to that in a second. So, we can get to some setup. Actually, Caleb already beat us here. Let's go get Caleb on set here. Caleb. Talk to the lovely people.
Hello.
What are you rocking? And give us a rundown here.
So I got a 2019 Raptor right here. Come right here. Got my little storage box we just bolted to the side of the rack.
Which is the brand of?
Xpedition headquarters.
Actually, it's a Zarge's box
Oh.
that you can get at Xpedition headquarters.
Right here, rocking an iCamper right here. Also from Xpedition headquarters.
What version you got?
Got the, I believe it's the SkyCamp 3.0.
Yep.
Let's see. We go back here. We got the first thing I got from y'all, which would just be this trash bag right here. One of the best investments ever.
Overland Vehicle Systems.
Yes, sir.
They do make a great bag. I'll give them that.
Oh yeah. Come back here. We got plenty of space for all the coolers. Got a nice view of the rack right here. Just come on this side. We got my gas can, water can, and my foldable shovel.
So Demos is one that I will say people, the upfront cost will try to scare you. But overall, when we were stuck in Cloudcroft, New Mexico, trailing 4 rigs through 3 foot of snow for 4 hours, that bad boy is what got us through. I actually had another brand shovel that I won't name, and I was going to town digging out an axle with that. Shovel bent, too much snow, no good. And thank God we had that, and it is fully expendable or expandable to about a full size. So
Yeah, it's definitely the best foldable shovel I've ever owned. I've broken every single other shovel.
all right, for your off take, tell the people what you loved about this trip so far.
What I love about this trip? I just love driving, taking my truck anywhere I can go, especially the views right over there. That's an amazing view. The view we had coming up here, that was an incredible view.
Greeny Peak was gorgeous.
Getting to be around everyone, being in a big convoy like this, seeing everyone else's rigs, seeing what everyone else is bringing to the table.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, 100 times over.
All right, so we are here at our campsite in Red River, New Mexico, and this is our night 2. We kind of have been learning how to do the media stuff and everything, so we kind of realized we didn't have much monologue, so I figured we'd go ahead and get a walkthrough through camp and everything. But figured I'd start by showing you Greeny Peak is up that way, and we're just down from Greeny Peak about maybe 10-15 minutes. We're not the most ideal for what we like to do for camp, but we're right on the main road here, and it's not too high traffic this time at night. It's 7 o'clock Texas time, so we're looking at 6 New Mexico time, and sun's just going down. Sunsets in about 5 minutes, this watch says. So let's go ahead and get a run through. We're gonna go see what Cory's cooking, what he's doing. So he's got a Ram 1500, and his goal. Are you moving towards a rooftop tent? His goal is a rooftop tent, and so Cory and I, we had an adventurous time in the Alpine Loop a couple years ago. Hiked up the Padre. He went all the way up. What did I get? What was that?
I'd say you're about 500 feet from the peak.
500 feet from the peak? And no, I mean, what, vertigo. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, you were.
So Cory is used to going up to Salt Lake every year with his family, and I'm not, being originally from Arizona, a desert rat. And I think it was what, day 2 we started hiking. So
Make sure we're acclimated the first day.
yeah, we later learned that locals were telling me to acclimate at least 2 to 3 days before attempting that. And so I just remember getting up to the top where it was the summit, and my dog Dexter here was going around the summit to start hiking it up, and I kind of freaked out when I saw him on the ledge, and the next you know, that whole mountain just did a little bit of this, and I went for the ground. And so I just hung out down at the start of the summit until Cory went up there, got some drone shots, got to see it. Yeah. So it's still undefeated for me. I'm planning on going back next year.
We'll do it, man.
Yeah,
I'm
so
up for it again.
But all right, show us what you're working with here.
I'm just making me some bacon cheeseburgers tonight. Easy bacon on the old Blackstone here. You know, nothing fancy.
So Cory, a couple years ago, probably a couple years ago now, right?
Yeah, 2 years
he got
ago this.
He got this ARB refrigerator from us. This is the Elements, and the Elements is actually weatherproof, able to be outside in the back of your truck
For full weather resistance.
if you're fully wild on top of your rig, but I wouldn't recommend it. And Cory is he's riddled. So Cory's a handyman in a lot of things. We're all jack of all trades, master of none. And so he's got the Milwaukee pack out set up. He's got the vacuum. We use his air compressor earlier because I've still not done onboard air on our 4Runner. And so it's a great time. He's got anything that we need in a bind. And then Cory, of course, can't always go.
This is the best thing though.
Yeah.
You
So
can blow up your mattresses with it. You can stoke the fire with it, man. I mean, you can blow the dog with it. That's good stuff.
yeah. Oh, Dexter. And then, of course, you can't forget the music. You know, sometimes we go away to get away from it all, but a part of our relaxation is still some things that we bring from home, right?
Tunage, man.
So,
Show
show me your favorite camp kitchen gear set.
Say that again?
Your favorite camp kitchen gear set.
Yeah, this thing's pretty stoked, man. It's nice because it packs out for 4 place settings. You can got a cutting board in there, got all your knives, you know, bowls, forks, knives, everything you need, man. And then it nicely, compactly folds back up and folds away, man. You know, just Trying to make a good little setup, make it easier on yourself, you know.
All right, so quick closeout. What's your favorite part of the trip so far before we close out tomorrow?
So far, it's just being up here, man. This little spot right here, I really like being up on this little plateau where we're at, kind of overlooking this little valley down here. It's kind of cool.
Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, man.
Would it be worth just pushing the 2 hours to get back into Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not the biggest fans of dirt, and so the flying dirt. I know the Alpine Loop and everything has dirt, but
Like way more water.
yeah, way more water,
A little colder.
a little colder, natural fishing, right? Not stock fishing. So nothing against it, you know. We have our preferences.
One of the best things I recommend anybody is a thermometer when you're cooking outdoors, because if you don't know this already, but up in the altitude, things cook a little differently. So it's always good. You cook your meat for 20 minutes and it's not going to be done in the center, so it's good to bring one of these so you can temp it and make sure it's good so you don't poison or kill yourself.
Yep, the last thing you need is the runs while hopping out of your ground tent, jumping out of your rooftop tent, or rolling out of your cowboy sack, your cowboy bed,
Oh yeah.
to get it all out. So,
It's not much fun.
sweet. Well, all right, let's go see who's next.
All right.
So James, night 2.
Check, check.
This is just so I can find it
Watch
on
your
the
back.
thing. Are you recording already?
Go on.
All right,
Go on.
and we're on. All right, so this is James Ware,
It's me.
right? Jimmy One Chains. Follow him on Instagram. So James, show us what you're working with. What are you doing?
Camper or
All of it. I want to see all of it.
this is my homemade trailer. It's pretty simple stuff. I got the spare tire mount, removable hitch, 12-gallon,
Why do you do the removable hitch?
so nobody can steal your stuff. Now see, you take the tongue with you, nobody can pull it away. Got 12 gallons of gas, the CVT, rooftop tent. It's about a king-size bed. Just use Home Depot totes to haul stuff. Got the Yakima awning. It was the first overlanding object I ever bought. It's been good to me. Got the power tank mount for the 10-pound propane. Carry 5 gallons of water.
He isn't normally this quiet.
I've got dual stabilizing jacks in the back. Must have for camp is the Firehouse Subs pickle bucket and toilet seat.
Can you show us? Can you give us a quick rundown
Yeah.
on that? On how to use that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you say this was homemade?
This trailer?
No, the bucket.
Oh no, this is a tale as old as time. Room as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast.
Nice.
So this is what give that a pickles?
We're good.
It's pickles.
Brown pickles.
So that's that. Like I said,
What's your
got the shovel mount.
nice?
Put a sticker on every place I've been.
Let's get a close up on that. I think it just says West Texas.
Oh, there's
What is that?
Colorado. Oh, I need to take that off.
Why are we taking that off? Actually?
You can film that.
We'll
Are we
skip over
putting this
that.
on the
We'll skip
YouTube?
over that.
Why is that coming off?
We don't support.
I may or may not put this on the YouTube. All right, so give me your favorite likes, your dislikes. Where are we at on your rating?
So favorite
Hold on,
thing.
can we take a break? Hold on. So I need to catch this on camera. If we can go to your right. We have someone contributing for the first time. Night number 2. We're going home tomorrow, or night number 3, yeah. He's hungry, so he's cooking. All right, so continue. Favorite things?
Favorite thing about my trailer is probably the cost.
Right? What would you say that we're in on this? So, but now mind you, James here, if you're in West Texas or anywhere close and you need fabricating, welding done, etc., James does that. He is a fireman, right? Is that the right terminology? Yeah. Fireman in Big Spring. He is in Lubbock, what, three days a week or so?
4, yeah.
4 days a week in Lubbock, and so he has the off time. He does things like body mount chop kits. I mean, he'll mod you up some bumpers, whatever it is that you're after. If you're not wanting to come see us for the store part, right?
So yeah, just cost.
So what are you in parts minus labor, and then what would you think you would be in labor with you being the welder?
I couldn't tell you on the labor part, but all in all, I'm less than probably 10 included, less than $4 grand.
Okay.
For the whole trailer.
Now, does that include the rig?
No, I'm probably 25.
All right, run the people through your rig. Let's see it.
All right, 2005 Lexus GX470. It's an absolute wreck right now because
We've been a wreck.
yeah, we've been a wreck. So I guess we'll do a walk around this way. 3-inch Davidson's remote resi coilover kit, Sequoia wheels, 34-inch tires. Just your basic
Backseat.
basic back seat, stuff everywhere. Up front, for comms, we have the Midland radio, backup for the Baofeng, and the Garmin Overlander for maps. Pretty sweet patch game going on. And it's too dark.
We'll adjust. We'll play.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of patches.
So
Now you know if you own a Toyota and you don't own patches,
yeah.
here's your starting place. I didn't know until I was in a 4Runner that everyone was like, "Where's your patches?" Because I was in a Gladiator beforehand, and there's nowhere to stick patches in there unless you don't have your sound deafening stuff. And so once I got on the 4Runner, just started acquiring patches. But I try to do it to where I want national forest, places I've been, so on and so forth, kind of that ordeal. But,
So up top we have custom roof rack.
did you make that?
Yeah, I just kind of pieced it together on worry about other parts. Got the kick-ass Outback shower tent. The cheapest traction boards you can buy on Amazon.
If they work, they work.
They work.
That's the one thing never to get wrong. Even though we're a shop and we're a store, whether it's e-commerce or whether it's our in-house, we are pro the DIY. So if there's something that we can help you with that will help you save money in the long run, we're here for it. And it's kind of one of those things, we're never begrudging. It's what you can get your hands on. These things are an investment, and sometimes you need something now rather than having the money to just throw at it and toss it on the credit card and make the wife mad at you.
Exactly. So up front we have a few eBay specials on lights. I did retrofit the factory fogs to take I don't know what you call these. Anyway, moving on around.
Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments what he was trying to say.
Just
Another awning?
regular straight awning on this side. And it's all basically the same on this side. So
All right. What's your
the back, we'll go to the back here. So this is kind of where the magic happens. This goes to where that tongue I was telling you all about earlier is. Just pull that thing and nobody can steal your rig.
through this again?
Okay.
So I have the first part talking about the tongue hitch, but I was saying if you don't have the Thule bars or if you don't have the Trexel, like James here, you know, he, like I said here, pro the DIY, he fabbed up himself a little holder and was able to use that this trip. And it's kind of nice because those Trexels are about $600, $640 maybe. I'm misquoting, forgive me Trexel, don't hate me. We do sell Trexels, don't pull that from us, I apologize. Not off the top of my head, call me and I'll give you the price, or check our website. But then the Thules I really haven't looked at, so I have no idea what those cost.
No idea, buddy.
I do see a lot of them though. When we go through Colorado, there's Trexels, Thules, and everything. We're all balling on a budget in life, and so it's just kind of one of those things. make it work with what you got, you know. So, what would you say? Oh, don't forget the table flip out here.
Yeah.
Was this a custom fab as well, or is
This is an eBay special. If that dog bites me, I'm gonna beat it on camera. Yeah, just it fits a Jeep, but on the GX470s it fits pretty good right there.
So
Just random camp stuff.
if you have a GX470, what Jeep was this fitting? A JK?
I think the one like Amy's
A TJ?
TJ.
Yeah.
Is that a TJ?
Yes.
Okay.
JTs are Gladiators, so that's where I mixed up earlier.
Yeah.
So a TJ. So get yourself a tailgate table for a TJ, which I might have for you. Anyways, you can put that on your GX470.
That's right.
Perfect.
So,
But that's what this is all about, learning from others, right?
it's just been a 5-year love affair, really.
Yep. So what would you say your favorite part about this trip would be?
So far, just the camaraderie, hanging out with everybody at camp. Did catch 3 trout today, which
Nice.
was
How big? Can you give me a measurement?
not very big,
No.
maybe 10 inches.
Nice.
But it's fun anyway. It doesn't matter how big they are.
Yep. Right on. So. All right. So here we got Amy, aka Camp Mom, for the rest of us.
Yeah.
And Amy, what are we working with? What are we cooking? What are we doing? Where are we at?
This is breakfast for dinner. So pancakes, bacon, sausage, burritos, whatever you want to make.
Very nice.
Yep.
So we've got the sausage cut up. This table was yours, right?
No, that is Mr. Ware's.
This one's James,
Mm-hmm.
and this one's yours. And
Yes.
can you tell the people where you got your table?
That's from REI. It's I don't know, probably 20 years old.
And so, AKA Amy has been doing this a long time. So she's kind of one of those hidden gems where you have the people jumping out onto YouTube and saying, you know, I'm going to do this and it's going to be great, and then they invest all into it, which is great. Go do your thing. But even like for myself, I'm getting into it more and more, being, you know, that we're a company and everything. But I've always loved the outdoor lifestyle, but I've never been a part of the overlanding. Just more so of the haul your junk out there, be angry while you're setting it up, get rained on at 1 in the morning, run back to the truck till 3 in the morning, quits raining, run back up the mountain and set up your tent and swoosh all the water out, right? So kind of that horrible camping, and this has made it amazing. But that is why Amy has a, what is this? An 07?
05.
05.
TJ, yeah.
05 TJ. Can you give the people a run through while someone else takes over?
Yeah. Well, I'll just wrap this up. I bought this new in 05, and it's been through kind of several iterations, but this is the overlanding version, I guess you'd say. Overlanding fly fishing. So, I built this. This is my pandemic project. And I have a 35 fridge, a drawer with all the kitchen stuff in it, and a little fold-down table that I bought back before they made fold-down tables for Jeeps. It's out of like a race truck where you work on race cars.
Very nice.
So a lot of this stuff I just had to kind of find it and modify it and figure out how to do it. So, yeah, it works for me. It's just me, so.
Nice. Well, let's get a full walk around.
Okay, let me cover this up real quick.
So, Amy, we were in Colorado in, was it June? July. July. And here on the Xpedition rig, I shouldn't really say, but we keep it real around here, so I'm just going to tell you. We had rack and pinion bushings get a little too bad. And so it turned into kind of a field repair, and I'll go ahead and toss up some pictures on the video so you can see it, but then also I'll add a link to our Instagram, you can see it as well. But Amy, thankfully, in this TJ right here, had all the nuts that we needed. Because, you know, when you're doing a field repair, you lose stuff.
Yeah.
She had the nuts we needed, she had the sockets and everything, you know, we just weren't fully ready yet. It wasn't a trip that we were like, okay, something's gonna go wrong, let's be prepared. But that is the perfect definition as to who's been doing this the longest and who hasn't, because Amy already had everything compacted into this TJ here.
Yeah.
So if this is your vehicle, and that's the other thing is you know, people are always about get a bigger vehicle,
Yeah.
hold the rooftop tent, hold the weight, so on and so forth. you can make it happen with what you've got. You know, there's no limitations there.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and give us a rundown.
Yeah, so it's pretty dirty inside, obviously, and outside, but the tools, all the tools I carry are in bags, tool bags, and they're in the floorboard behind the driver's seat. So weight, things that weigh the most down low, and I think there's a lot to be said for knowing your vehicle.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like I said, I've owned this since it was new, so.
Right.
Been in the shop one time for some transmission work. Everything else I've done to it.
And done to it, and also field repairs.
Yes.
On the way back from what was it? The Oxford Ranch
Yes.
for the Texas Overland Expo.
Mm-hmm.
What town were we just out of?
Outside of between Lano and Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Had a power steering company about.
Yep. So in the shop once, but the rest was all hers. There was one day that we were having to meet up and Amy didn't make it. Nobody knew where she was, and then we got to see her later, and she goes, "Sorry guys, I was just tired and dirty from putting on my shocks. I just got some new shocks, and it just ran a little late and everything like that." So,
Yeah.
but if you can see here, Amy also is a true believer of your anti-rock rock jock sway bar.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's kind of one of those things. Whether you have a new JL with an automatic disconnect, I was in a Gladiator that completely continuously failed on the sway bar, and it's just kind of one of those things. Electronics do that, and so going to these guys, shout out to these guys. I don't know them, we're not sponsored by them, but they're just it's an amazing product for sure.
Yep. And it's, at least on this vehicle, I don't know about newer vehicles, but one of the easiest projects you'll ever do.
Yeah.
And
Whether it's DIY or a shop does it,
for sure.
Yep.
And you set it once, and get your in links the right length, and never think about it again.
Yep.
It just flexes like crazy.
And you're good. So I think the one thing that I love utmost about our camp mom here, and I always tell her, is the fact that she rocks the KC lights. Okay, and so the most of the rest of us. So like on the Xpedition rig over there, I have Diode Dynamics, which also again not sponsored by, but we do resell them. We absolutely love them. And so I'm a fiend for the new age, where it is, ambers, LEDs and ambers, right? And so they work, they're fantastic, but I don't love anything more. Again, I'll attach some photos, but I don't think I love anything more than seeing in my rear view these halogen light bulbs all lit up in the classic TJ style.
Yeah.
It's just, it adds to it, and it's just like, man, what did I miss back in that day?
Yeah.
People were doing this back in that day, and I never even got to be a part of it being new age, but it was definitely just a great time.
Yeah.
So, and of course she's got her limb razors, her shovel mounts. I mean, you talked about packed out from the inside out. She's got it.
Everything has a reason, right? So I try not to put anything on this vehicle that doesn't have a purpose.
Yep.
And I try to learn something from every trip. So we took that trip in February, where we were stuck in snow over and over and over, and had to winch ourselves out and use the max tracks and everything else, and
for 4 hours.
yeah, which should have been a 20-minute trip.
20 minutes. Yep.
But I think we learned a lot from that, about our vehicles and each other and the equipment that we carry, and so a better winch rope came out of that, and we needed another shovel.
Yeah.
Which is not a great place to put it, I don't think, on the hood, but I don't roll around like that all the time. So.
Yep, for sure. For sure. And that's one thing, man, is just getting out, experiencing it, learning what you need, what you don't need. It's kind of why we're trying to do things the way that we are at the shop, where we'll have these turtlebacks out for rent, and then that way people can know, learn what you love, cry before you buy, or cry once, buy once.
Yeah.
Not have to do it and learn 2, 3, 4 times, and so there's lots of lessons learned from going out, and how you're going to address your next camp and address your next journey, and how to plan for it and everything like that. And I'll say this, it's always, I live a busy lifestyle, and it's always comforting knowing that if I'm going somewhere, Amy's going with, because with everything that I do throughout my days and my weeks, I'm always forgetting something. And just the Colorado trip for example, she had everything we needed to do that field repair and get it back down to Texas to get it from, you know, Alpine Loop to Lubbock, Texas to get it back going. But one thing, if you guys are ever by the shop, if I don't have it then, I'll have it soon. If you stop by, the winch rope she was talking about and our field repair bushing, we plan to canvas those photos of whenever we were out there and having those struggles, and we'll post a photo, you know, well, not post a photo, but we'll print a canvas and then tape those items to that canvas, because that's just it's you know, it's memory, you know, and it's not, it's worth the story, it's worth the questions that people would ask, like, hey, what is this, why is this, and it's lessons learned, and there's nothing better than a lesson learned and given on to someone else. Knowledge is power, right? So yeah, so we'll let Amy get back to cooking.
All right.
And thank you, Amy.
You bet.
Again, this is Camp Mom, and we love her. So we'll move on to bugging the next.
All right.
So this is Kyler. So he is our head installer, Xpedition headquarters. Our only one at the moment, but our head. So Kyler here drives this tan Taco.
Yeah, so this is a 2020 Tacoma that I picked up brand new out of the lot. I left it alone for a good while there, and then we moved up to Lubbock, kind of met Jonathan, and
Don't say
it just kind of snowballed from there, man. We got the X Cover 2.0 on her.
Hi, camper.
From iCamper, yes sir. That's, man, been the best upgrade I've done to it. It's gotten me outside significantly more than ground tinting ever did for me.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's just so easy to set up, tear down. You can move every night, stay in one place.
Yep. His
Really
favorite,
not a bother, man.
and his favorite thing, I think he told me, is he has 2 moonlights.
I do have 2 moonlights. That is the best.
So we've got the X cover. So the bed rack was actually sold from a buddy of mine, which, if you're watching this, thank you. So Kyler picked it up for, again, we're all about the DIY. Yes, we're a shop. Yes, we do installs. Yes, we sell, but real life is real. Financials are real. And I think that bed rack costs what, 50 bucks?
Yeah, it cost me 50 bucks.
And some spray paint?
Some spray paint and a little bit of welding to make it work.
Yep. So he got that to fit. He actually got himself a chase light. The OVS bag is from us. Hasn't done anything major. You got a leveling kit, right? But we have.
So it came with a 2.5 inch lift whenever I bought it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just the KO2s on it, man. Can't go wrong with a cheap lift and some good tires. We've gone just about everywhere.
Just about everywhere. We do price out probably about once a month for this Tacoma, a Dobinson's replacement with some resis.
One of these days
So,
I'll do it.
Yep.
One of these days.
We'll pull the trigger, Dobinson's. We're coming. I'm sorry, but we're coming. So.
Yeah, so around the front here.
Actually, why don't you show the people these delete back?
Yeah, we can look at it.
All our rigs are a mess.
Ignore the absolute mess I've got going on back here.
But this is real.
It's just me, myself, and I, so I don't need a back seat. So I took the back seat out. That allows room for the fridge and all of my junk back here.
Too dark, but
Yeah, if you don't have kids, man, take the back seat out. You'll have a heck of a lot more room. And then moving around front over here, you got Baja Design ditch lights up front, diodynamic ditch light, or
fog lights.
fog
Factory.
lights. My bad.
So here's the great point about the sales pitch. Here's a great point about diode dynamics, and I'm sure other companies probably do it too, but like I said, diodes have just treated us right. They're priced right. They've been amazing. We love them. They don't know it, but when they see this, if they see this, they'll know it. So they have the factory replacement OEM fog light attachments. So it just fills up this area, and you see Kyler has the cutout for the covert bumper, which I believe is body armor.
Yes, so
right?
that's a body armor bumper there.
So body armor bumper. So if you're doing this with your Taco, your 4Runner, so on and so forth, and you're like, man, I really need some fog lights. My OEM ones suck. Sometimes I personally, in our 4Runner, even only run with the fog lights. I know that sounds dumb, but when you're out on the trail and you're in a pile of dust, you're gonna understand.
Yeah, not to step over you, but that's exactly what I did when we came up here the first night. turned off the headlights, just ran the fog lights and the ditch lights.
Yep, correct. And so with a little bit of experience, you'll see what I'm talking about. And so these things just fit in directly right here into the OEM fog light holder, and it's hard to go wrong with that.
Yep, and in the bumper I have a ball haul 20-inch, and then underneath that we have a super winch. You don't have to have a crazy expensive Warn. Man, that super winch has done pretty much everything that our Warn on the 4Runner has done.
Exactly. Everything.
Man, pulling trees out, pulling the 4Runner out, pulling myself out, so on and so forth. Pulling the Lexus out just a couple weeks ago when we got some bad rain in Lubbock.
Yep.
And then, so it was rubbing real bad, so I did that Viper cut on it and pretty much taking the rub away.
Can
We
you show
still
what the
have-
Viper cut is for those who don't know?
Yeah, so Viper cut's right here. It's just cut this corner of the bumper out and no more rubbing. I need to do a chop kit or something on it because I hit the body mount every now and then. But man, that's pretty much it. Mainly a stock Tacoma, just with a little bit of protection, 2.5 inches, and some decent tires.
Yep. And I will say, like Amy was mentioning, being in the snow and when we were stuck earlier, last February in Cloudcroft, New Mexico, out in the Lincoln National Forest. Shout out Lincoln. I think you're our favorite. So being stuck out there, this thing was our go-to for getting us out. We had to go get a buddy who was coming in late. We finally got to camp at 9 p.m. I think we got to Cloudcroft at 3. We finally got to camp at 9 after getting out of snow, after pulling a ginormous tree off the trail, and we got to camp, set up, and Kyler and I took off in just this Tacoma. You know, never just do that randomly. We geared up with heating patches, blankets, food, water, in an SOS.
We were completely prepared to spend the night in the truck that night.
Just in case, because we were getting stuck continuously. And so I think we pulled ourselves out 3 times. This is where it was a perfect point to have your winch, number 1, your winch extension ropes, your trunk savers, maybe a couple winch extension ropes. We tossed on and off snow chains. Being from a desert, we don't know how to work them correctly. So we're like, hey, we're gonna toss these on and off and see what works better. And so we ended up getting out, getting the Cloudcroft, being completely exhausted, picking him up, I think by 10:45, going back down. We finally, after getting our buddy stuck a few times, coming back down to our campsite. I know it sounds reckless, but when you know the area, you have a little bit more confidence. And then whenever you have a winch, it actually makes you stupid because you're like, hey, we can get out.
Yep. I never needed a winch till I got one.
And we finally got back to camp at 1 a.m. where we had a buddy of ours waiting up for us saying, do I tear down the rooftop tent to come get you, or what am I doing? So, but other than that, yeah, so this is Tyler, like I said, this is his rig. it. If you're ever in Red River, you have a park right here, public restrooms. And this is my first time to Red River, so I'm a novice. But right behind those restrooms is this lovely river. Places to hang out and see. Looks like a little bit of a hiking trail.
The buried tables.
Yeah, buried tables. Quite creative. Trying to catch up to my wife and kid here. Actually, down at camp, we camped for quite a ways, carrying our little girl in a Kelty bag that we're actually set up to sell. And we don't really have them in the showroom yet, but I'm thinking it's kind of worth something carrying, because that made the hike a whole lot easier. Being how out of shape I am, you know, cardio is not my favorite thing. But here they are. We have a little path that we're walking on. Actually pretty sweet. There's a river. There's some people fly fishing in it actually, which is what the cool part is. I haven't seen anyone bring anything up, but they're allowed to fish here. As long as your legalities are straight, of course, with a license. Anyhow, if y'all are visiting Red River, I highly recommend coming back here and checking this out. We're here. This is October 21st, 2023. Weather's phenomenal. It's been at an all-time high since our stay is 70 degrees, and a little low in the nights at our camp have been about 19, 20. Nothing too bad. You know, if you have actually on the 4Runner, I have an iCamper BDV Duo, and we had learned real quick in another trip to Carlsbad Caverns and the Rim Trail out there on the back roads of Cloudcroft and all that area, that BDV Duo heats up in less than 2 minutes. It is way too hot. My daughter was 3 months old at the time, so we actually swapped over to our Turtleback that is part of the company that we're building out to be a rental, and it has a 23.0 Armadillo A3 on there, and so that thing is a whole lot bigger. It's basically the same footprint of a Skycamp 3.0, and inside of that, which is what we're staying on this trip, we have the buddy heater running and on propane, and of course we have a carbon monoxide detector there just in case, but it keeps that tent 70 degrees, keep the windows cracked open. It's definitely great for having a child. Our daughter Faye is 11 months old now, and so it really helps us manage keeping her warm. I've yet to get after investing into a diesel heater, but I'd love to try it. How's the little girl?
Good.
Can you say hi? Hi. Hi.
Stop forever.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. Let's go back to that stump, huh? I told you we're waiting on everybody else to join us, right?
I heard something.
Okay.
I lost my ball.
So,
Oh,
off we go back to wait. So, for the others. So, quick take as we're headed back, as mentioned before, going to the rigs to wait for the rest of the crew. Our little girl had an important message for y'all to stay hydrated on the hikes. Say hi to the people. Yep, back to hydration.